That was a rare peace sign to begin. Anyway, um, just I think a very quick wrap up of the day because it's been a pretty simple day. Really, mostly we're just trying to make kilometers,
Trying to get
get
to
as
the
far as
border.
we can get to towards the border. But wow, there's a noisy air conditioner.
There is
Is it?
in the room too.
It's probably on all the time. So anyway, do you want to make any comments on what the camping experience was last night?
Oh my goodness. What was that movie they played? Oh, Willy Wonka. Till after 11 o'clock.
And
Very loudly.
yeah,
Very big screen, lightly, which shone kind of right down the aisle that we were in. And yeah.
I have to say, Leo would be impressed with the PA and the sound system. It was a really rich bass. It really
Unbelievably loud.
penetrated the whole campground. like, like
That
you could
was
not.
rammed to the rafters.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen a
Yeah.
campground with every tiny space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was something.
They did have little fences between them, little wooden.
It was different. We just wanted to get through. We wanted to get as much sleep as we could get, and then we wanted to get on the road.
And
And
it got
that's
better by midnight.
it did. It got mostly better, and I think we slept okay overall. In
But
the
we
end.
we prefer to sleep early and get up early and leave early so that we can catch
Yeah,
cooler weather.
yeah. And that didn't really work out. Well, I mean, it worked out okay. I think we were up at like 8 and on
But
the
we
road
slept
by
in more
9
than we
9:30.
expected. That's
Yeah,
better than we usually
yeah,
do.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, but I think we were on the road at 9:30, and then we just started like almost right on the highway, not highway, not interstate, just but they're fast, and they're straight. They have hills up and down, and there's stuff on the sides every now and then, but man, the roads are straight.
Mostly
Um,
113
Kilometer limit
kilometer,
to
105,
70, right?
113,
No, 65. It's 65.
65,
Yeah.
60 and 65, something like that.
Yep, and
Until
we're
you come to a town, then they slow you down to 30 miles per hour, which is 42, something like
but you just go. You just go, 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 go. Pretty much, other than those little slowdowns and back up to speed and back. But and we had a really good first stint. Do I have the day right? No. Oh my goodness, I don't even know. We didn't hit the detour today. Was that today?
that. Oh yeah,
Oh,
this
that was
morning,
today.
absolutely.
Yeah. So the first stint went really well, I think, and we
Well, we
ended
did
up
a
at some
detour
Burger
both times.
King,
We did
right?
it on the way to the campground too.
But in the first, oh, it didn't.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah,
So
that was yesterday.
So
on the way
this
to
is
the
where I'm
campground.
at. I mean, I don't know. I know how to have some GoPro from this morning. Maybe I'll let the GoPro tell the story a little bit about, from the road. Um, I do remember lunch. What was it? What was the name
Well,
of
it
the?
was in this place that didn't look like much on the outside. I was kind of worried at first, but we'd already parked and so we went in. It was actually quite nice inside. The food was good.
I forget what it was called. Something Saloon.
Poppies.
Hoppies. No, it was just called Hoppies. It was just
Yeah, it
called
was just
Hoppies.
Poppies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, once you went in there, it was
But there are a
all
lot of
oak
scenes,
and stuff, and yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was fun, and the waitress was nice, and had a good lunch. Got on the road, and just rode for another. Wow, is it noisy here? Also,
Yeah.
rode for another chunk of time. Stop somewhere. Man, it is
Did
just. Ah, we are so mind numb right now.
Well, days are just starting to blend.
And you're always planning the next
We're
day and
tired,
then living
yeah.
it, and well. So
Can you tell we're excited to keep the board?
yeah, the more
tomorrow?
important thing is tomorrow we hit Canada for sure, and if we can connect the dots right, we think we can be home in 3 days. So that's what we're hoping for. So tonight is just about yeah, surrender to the mind numb, get a good night's sleep, try to get on the road reasonably early. We get breakfast and coffee here, so we don't have to unpack stuff and blah blah blah, and get to Sault Ste. Marie and get there sort of as quickly as we can get there, and then go from there. We'd like to go a little further than that tomorrow, but if we make Sault Ste. Marie, Probably missed stuff I should be telling you about. Oh. Hey, we're in Canada. That's the that's one part of the good news. There's no bad news. Everything's going fine. We've been sort of beating it to get home, and we did a good job today. Well, it's probably going to be kind of loud here at times. Our first priority was just to make it to Canada, and we did that by relatively early, I think. Noonish, 12:30, 1 o'clock, something like that, because we went to Tim's to change SIM cards, and then we had I had a Dutchie, for example. I didn't really feel like lunch then, and so we said, oh, let's just blast down the road for a while, and then we'll find lunch along the way.
Sounds so easy.
Sometimes the easy things just aren't easy, and finding lunch was tricky, especially because we picked, there's a number of options where we could have stopped, including one called Bruce Mines. And by the way, the interesting thing about Bruce Mines is we went through it on the way up and stopped at a coffee shop there where the people were really nice to us. And so it was weird to drive back past it, because on the way up they're like, oh, that's so exciting what you guys are going to do. And it's like, yeah, we did it. So anyway, we went right through Bruce Mines, and we chose the next town. Do you remember the next town?
Thessalonians, something like that.
Starts with an M.
No, it was Thessalonians that we went into.
Thessalon.
Thessalon. Thessalon.
Thessalon. Yeah. Thessalon. That's the town we chose to go into. And Sue's had some restaurant in mind, and we got gas on the way, which is great. And then she went to that restaurant, and that restaurant was closed. And so she found another one. But we drove around the block. Turned out she'd found the same one again.
Under a different name.
Under a different name. Went back to the same place, and it was still closed. And so I looked on my GPS, and I'm like, I got one. Let's do mine. And so I led, and we went, and first of all, the road was closed where the GPS wanted me to go, but that's like, okay, fine, there's this nice little waterway, let's just go and find another bridge and come back to that area. And we did. Everything worked out fine, except when we came back, it was closed. However, I could tell that it was just up a little ways, and I didn't know if the restaurant was closed. I just knew you couldn't drive traffic into the downtown area. It was all being ripped up. So we parked. Oh, that is a creepy beetle, man.
It is.
Sorry. We parked, and we went to this restaurant at, I don't know, maybe 2:30, 3 o'clock. And I saw open for what do you call breakfast and lunch? Brunch. On Sunday. And I'm like, okay, cool, it's open. And then we go there, and open from 10 until 1 p.m. or something. So it wasn't open. So then we said, well, we'll drive towards the highway and just see if we see something on the way, and if not, then we'll just go back on the highway. And we drove along the highway, and we didn't see a thing. So back on the highway, and just sort of keeping our eye out for stuff. And anyway, we were looking at GPS. Billboards, or were you looking at GPS?
Yeah, there were two places, the Red Hat place and Aces.
Yeah, 6 Aces or something, right? Six, yeah. And the Red Hat had a big open sign, but it wasn't open. But the 6 Aces was, and it was a Chinese Canadian place, so it was great. Yeah. My goodness. So we stopped there, and that's where we decided, okay, we got to look for a place to stay. And we had a pretty wide range of about 100 kilometers we were willing to travel to find a place to stay. And we went through Airbnbs and motels, and oh my goodness, and we just couldn't find any place that was at all reasonable until we did eventually find this place. Let me see. There it is. MacGyver's Motel. And it was still like $110 a night, and it's your good old 2-star motel without air conditioning in this case, and it is kind of warm right now.
It does have a fan.
It does have a fan on the roof, yeah. It's fine. It's all we need. And apparently there's a waterfall over here, so Susan and I are going to go for a hike and check out this waterfall. And certainly the dude that runs the place is a nice guy. We've met him a couple times. He's quite cool. So I think the bigger news for us now is, until this point, or until about a half an hour ago, we were planning on going back through Manitoulin Island, but it turns out our timing and the ferries don't work. Well, there is no early morning one for some reason. And so the only one we could get is like at 3, and we've got...
11 o'clock one, but we didn't think we could get there in time.
Is there an 11 o'clock?
Yes.
I thought you said it wasn't showing up, or it wasn't there. Anyway.
Well, it wasn't showing up as an option, so I don't think they're still taking online reservations because it's...
No. Anyway, the 11 we couldn't really make. We'd have to get up at like 6:30 and hope that we got to go on it, which I guess we could. But assuming we don't do that, then we would have got to Manitoulin Island way too early, and we would have been kind of killing time waiting for the 3 o'clock, which would have got us to Tobermory 5:30, which is a 6:30 by the time you unload. Can't really go anywhere or do much from there. So at any rate, we thought about the plan a little bit, and there's another way to go, which is sort of over the top of what? I don't even know. It's the top of the... Anyway, to Sudbury. I should know it. Like, isn't it sort of, so if Tobermory goes down, there's some body of water that Tobermory sits in. What's that?
Well, there's
Jog.
Lake Huron.
What's that?
Lake Huron.
Yeah, I think it's Lake Huron. All right, so let's call it Lake Huron for now while we get confirmation.
Lake Huron's on the left of Tobermory.
Not Tobermory.
Right there. Tobermory's right there.
Tobermory sticks out into Lake Huron.
Well, there's the lake. It goes right along Lake Huron.
Yeah. What's this one? That's the one we're going around.
Oh, we're going around tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a bay.
On the fly geography lessons.
I don't know why it's not showing up.
We think it's a bay off Lake Huron. But anyway, it'll take us...
Oh, it's a Georgian bay.
It's a Georgian bay. Oh, okay, Georgian bay. So around the Georgian Bay...
Which means we'll come close to Barrie at some point.
Yeah, it'll take us up to Sudbury area. And so we've never been on this path. And it's longer than going through Tobermory with the ferry. But it's, so that means we'll be spending more time in the saddle, but it's actually faster. Like, it takes less time to do what we're going to do. You just spend more time riding and less time sitting around. While you're sitting around while you're
itching
riding.
to go home.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You're not just feeling like, stupid ferry, let's go. So we decided we would rather just be riding for the next 2 days. It's going to be 2 days either way. So we'd just be riding for the next 2 days. It's about 600K. Plus just over from here, so we're going to do about, actually less, so we're going to do 320 or something tomorrow. 24. Perry Sound is our goal, and then from there I think it's 254 home, something like that. So that's the new plan. A little bit more sightseeing. Maybe we'll stop at the Big Nickel, maybe we won't, who knows. But that's what's new. Oh, and yes, by the way, if you're wondering, is this hotel right on the side of the highway? Yes, it is. Now, of course, this is the one time when no cars are coming. Oh, hang on. I think I captured those. I don't know. Trucks and cars. So, there you go. That's the news of the day. Anything else you want to add to our report? Nope. Border security didn't give us a hard time. They let us in. Woohoo! Everything's cool.
Went to a Tim's right away.
Went to a Tim's. Yep.
We missed our Tim's while we were gone.
Yep. Also, by the way, saw a lot of evidence of the fentanyl issue at that Tim's in Sault Ste. Marie.
Oh, yeah.
It's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. Canada's certainly not immune. So, yeah, tough stuff. But otherwise, all's good. Home in 2 days. We're really looking forward to it. Woohoo! Cool waterfall. Just a little bit from our hotel, who says like roadside hotels don't have cool little hidden attractions. This one's neat. Goes into a nice little lake here.